Charleston City Council's November 22nd, 2021 regular City Council meeting. I'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. We'll start off with the Pledge of Allegiance tonight led by Council President Grimes.
Thank you. If you'll all put your hand on your heart and recite with me, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. That brings us to a moment of silence for those who have lost their lives to COVID-19, led by Councilor Brooks.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm going to take an extra minute tonight just because we're coming up on the holiday, and we, in the state of Oregon now, we've surpassed 5,000 lives lost to COVID. We're at 5,017 people. And I just wanted to read from Director Allen what a statement that I thought was important. Today, Oregon marks more than 5,000 lives lost to COVID-19. As we head into the second Thanksgiving holiday since the start of the pandemic, too many Oregon families will see empty chairs around their holiday dinner tables, making this latest tragic milestone all the more heartbreaking. We've lost mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, coworkers and neighbors, bridge partners and fishing buddies, teachers, grocery workers, and first responders. Each death leaves a hole in someone's home, in someone's heart that will never be filled again. These losses are especially painful because nearly all of our most recent deaths could have been prevented by COVID-19 vaccines, which remain the best protection against serious illness and death. As we gather for the coming holidays, look around your table, consider the family and friends in your life. Let's make sure the loved ones you care about and count on are there to share the next Thanksgiving with you and all the important celebrations in your life. The Delta variant remains a danger to people who aren't vaccinated or need a booster. Hospitals remain full of people who are unvaccinated and gravely ill with COVID-19. But you have the power to protect yourself and the people around you this holiday. You're at less risk if you're vaccinated and if you get a booster when the time is right. Smaller gatherings are less risky than large gatherings, especially indoors. Take care around older adults. Think hard about wearing a mask if you're indoors with people who aren't vaccinated, especially older people. Vaccinate children who are 5 and older to protect them and keep them in school. And remember, if you're just now choosing to be vaccinated, you won't be fully protected by Thanksgiving, so please wear a mask if you are spending time with others. Since the start of the pandemic, Oregonians have come together so many times to protect each other. More than 8 in 10 adults are vaccinated, and Oregonians wear masks in public more frequently than people in most other states. You're vaccinating younger children at higher rates than the national average. Thank you for taking action to stop COVID-19 from spreading. Together we can save more lives and keep the virus from claiming more people of all ages. And I just thought it was very important during Thanksgiving. So I have an empty seat at my table, and I don't wish that on anyone else. So please join with me in a moment of silence for those suffering or that we have lost from COVID-19. Thank you.
Thank you. That brings us to announcements. Our first announcement is a proclamation declaring December 27th, 2021 as Small Business Saturday here in Tualatin. And I believe the proclamation will be read by Councilor Hilliers.
Thank you, Mayor. Proclamation declaring November 27th, 2021 as Small Business Saturday. whereas the city of Tualatin, Oregon celebrates our local small businesses and the contributions they make to our local economy and community. According to the United States Small Business Administration, there were 31.7 million small businesses in the United States, representing 99.9% of all firms with paid employees, and are responsible for 65.1% of net new jobs created from 2000 to 2019. And whereas 96% of consumers who shopped on Small Business Saturday agree that shopping at small, independently owned businesses supports their commitment to making purchases that have a positive social, economic, and environmental impact. And 97% of consumers who shopped on Small Business Saturday agree that small businesses are essential to their community. And whereas the city of Tualatin also recognizes the impacts of COVID-19 pandemic has had on our small businesses and those they employ, and dedicated $1.2 million to our local economic recovery efforts in 2020 and 2021. And whereas consumers have also continued to support locally owned businesses during COVID-19, with 86% of Americans spending almost $100 a week at local businesses, a 16% increase before the crisis, with a report of $19.8 billion in 2020. And whereas Tualatin, Oregon strongly supports our local businesses that create jobs, boost our local economy, and preserve our communities. And whereas advocacy groups, as well as public and private organizations across the country, have endorsed the Saturday after Thanksgiving as Small Business Saturday. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the city of Tualatin does hereby proclaim November 27th, 2021 as Small Business Saturday, and urges the residents of our community to support small businesses and merchants on Small Business Saturday and throughout the year. Introduced and adopt this 22nd day of November, 2021.
Thank you, Councilor Hillier. As Councilor Hillier just mentioned, yeah, small businesses are the backbone of this country. And here in the city of Tualatin, we tremendously support our small businesses. It's been a difficult year and a half for a lot of them. So I ask that when you're out shopping this weekend, save some of your dollars for Saturday and visit those smaller mom and pops, independent stores that we have throughout Tualatin and independent restaurants over the weekend, and spend your dollars there. I know Tualatin residents came out in force to help support our businesses during the last year and a half, but please continue to do that over this big weekend. A lot of stores make it or break it on these, this holiday, especially a small independent company doesn't have the volume other places do to, maintain their business over the year. So please do make an effort, please, to visit these folks in Tualatin, because they'll be very glad to see you, be very glad to serve you and provide you with the best product and best service they have available. Anyone else like to say something?
I guess I would also like to add, Mayor, if I could please, that remember
Sure.
that on Tuesday is Giving Tuesday. So there's, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, the Cyber Monday, I guess we call it now in this evolution. But Giving Tuesday, there are a lot of worthy nonprofits that do a lot of work in our community and for our community that may not be located in our community. And I think there's been a few articles about that. And so would encourage folks also to save even a $5 a month thing for Meals on Wheels or whatever nonprofit that speaks to you and your family.
Good point. Thank you. All right. With that, we'll move on to our second item of announcements. Very exciting, a new employee introduction, our new Public Works Director, Rachel Sykes. And I believe Sherilyn's going to introduce her.
Yeah, absolutely. So I see that Rachel popped in. My internet says it's unstable, so I hope that this picks up. So I am thrilled to introduce Rachel Sykes as our new Public Works Director. Rachel started a week ago today, November 15th. She's in her second week, so she came back. We're very excited about that. Rachel comes to us from the city of Lake Oswego, where she was most recently the Assistant Public Works Director. Prior to that, she was Support Services Supervisor in Lake Oswego. She brings a passion for public service, really high energy. She has authenticity and experience that is really relevant to Tualatin and will benefit us. As a Public Works Director, Rachel is responsible for water, sewer, stormwater, and streets divisions. She oversees some of the biggest projects in Tualatin, including the Climate Action Plan and the water contract with Portland. Again, I am so excited to welcome her, and I know that you will join me in saying a big Tualatin hello to Rachel.
Welcome.
Hi everybody. I'll keep it quick. I just wanted to say hello. It's been a great week so far. I have, learned so much already. I've connected with a lot of staff members. So it seems like we have a really, really great team here. There's a lot of exciting things going on, projects on the horizon, projects already in the works. So I certainly do have a lot of work ahead of me, but I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to meeting each and every one of you. So thank you for having me.
All right, terrific. Well, welcome. Our Public Works Director is a very popular person, both with City Council and our residents. Probably just like Lake Oswego, people will not be shy in reaching out to you as far as residents if they see something good or bad happening in the city. Our former, your predecessors were terrific at this and dealing with residents, dealing with City Council, and dealing with surrounding cities. So I welcome you warmly to our city. That's kind of nice that you're from next door, so the region, the issues. So thanks for coming.
We welcome the feedback from everybody. You're the eyes and ears of the city as well. So if anybody has any questions, comments, just feel free to give us a call.
Oh, they will, believe me. We're not shy here too often about certain things, especially when it comes to public works with water and transportation and all of that good stuff here in Tualatin.
There's certainly a lot going on.
Yep. And especially the Tualatin Moving Forward program, very important to us. Other counselors want to welcome Rachel. They're all being quiet. Wow.
I will.
All right.
Welcome, Rachel. We're so glad that you're here. I also am the liaison with the water. So I'm looking forward to working together, and I'm also aware that we're, because of storm damage, we're in groundwater right now, and I don't know if the rest of council realizes that. So hopefully we get back to Bull Run quickly, and I appreciate you being here and having a challenge right at the top of the hour. So looking forward to getting to know you better, and welcome aboard.
Thank you. And I do believe that the source was switched back to Bull Run. It was only a very short groundwater intermission.
Oh, that's great news. I'm glad I brought it up. Thank you.
Councilor Pratt.
Hi, Rachel. We met briefly at one of the climate action meetings, and I think it's kind of exciting that you're coming on board right when we're kind of ramping that up, and that we can work with you on that. So welcome to our city.
Thank you. Absolutely looking forward to the climate action. That's really exciting.
Anyone else? All right. Well, thanks for joining us tonight, Rachel. We look forward to working with you in the coming years.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. That brings us to public comment, and this is an opportunity for anyone to address the council regarding an item that's not on tonight's agenda. Please keep your comments to about 3 minutes. If there's anyone in the Zoom meeting or at the poll center who would like to address the council, this is the appropriate time. Do we have anyone at the poll center, Bates?
No, Mayor, no one at the poll center. There's only one unknown in the Zoom meeting with us. I reached out to them and haven't heard back yet.
All right. So I'll give a few seconds in case someone pops in real quick or wants to raise their hand.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
My name is Zai. I'm a neighbor here in Tualatin. I live over off of 124th and 99 there. So one of the things that I was hoping to maybe bring up, or at least bring to other folks' attention who may not use public transportation, is that there is a lot of issues with TriMet in this area right now, and people being able to get to work and rely on it for transportation in their daily lives. And I don't know if the city's been able to communicate with TriMet about that, and maybe what can be done to give people a little bit more accurate service, especially given that we're going into such cold and inclement weather. But I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention, that I've noticed it's becoming a more and more intense issue for folks.
Are the buses not meeting their time schedule or just not coming at all?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is the stop at 124th, you're saying?
It's the stop at 124th. It's at the transit center. It's all the way over to Langer Farms. I've noticed it with buses that, can get you from here to Lake Oswego. It's kind of just, there's some weirdness going on with this area that their service is just not reliable for folks. And mainly the folks I worry about are kids that use, public transportation, and, vulnerable people, especially those who are, have mobility disabilities and are going to be sitting out in darker and darker, longer and longer nights.
All right. We can follow up with TriMet and let you know what we hear.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Other comments? All right. Okay. We'll move on to consent. Consent agenda, those items are considered routine. They'll be adopted by one motion unless someone on the council would like an item removed and heard separately later tonight. Consent agenda tonight consists of 5 items. Item number 1, consideration of the approval of the work session and regular meeting minutes of October 25th, 2021, and the work session and regular meeting minutes of November 8th, 2021. Item 2, consideration of approval of a new liquor license application for Big Stage Production LLC, doing business as At the Garage, Eatery, and Tap House. Item number 3, consideration of resolution number 5583-21, authorizing the city manager to accept funds for the 2019 Urban Area Security Initiative, UASI, grant to purchase training supplies for the Tualatin Community Response Team, otherwise known as CERT. Item number 4, consideration of resolution number 5584-21, authorizing the city manager to execute an amendment to the intergovernmental agreement with Metro for the Herman Road project. And finally, item number 5, consideration of resolution number 5585-21, authorizing the city manager to apply to the Oregon Department of Transportation for an order to permit the city to make alterations to the Tualatin Road Railroad Highway crossing, and accept and implement all conditions in the order. Would anyone like any of these items removed from consent and heard separately later tonight? All right, seeing none, do I have a motion?
I move to accept the consent agenda as read.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adopt the consent agenda as read. And discussion on the motions. Councilor Hillier?
Aye.
Councilor Sacco?
Aye.
Councilor Pratt?
Aye.
Councilor Brooks?
Aye.
Councilor Reyes?
Yes.
Council President Grimes?
Aye.
I vote aye also. It's unanimous. The public hearing that was scheduled for tonight has been postponed to December 13th of 2021, so we'll get to that next month. We had no items removed for consent. Any council communications? Councilor Brooks, then Councilor Sacco.
I just want to follow up on the Arts Pass, which also is kind of related to small businesses. That the name of the organization is Tualatin Valley Create. So you can go to tualatinvalleycreates.org. And also I wanted to mention that I also attended the Police Foundation meeting since last time, and we have been supporting the police department did Turkeys Not Tickets and pulled people over and gave out turkeys. And we also are supporting an Adopt a Family program. So if you're interested in supporting those things in the community, go to the Tualatin Community Police Foundation website and make a donation. We have a new little logo and a mission statement, so we're excited and proud of all that. And I just also want to say to all my and also speaking of COVID, I wanted to thank our city manager and leadership for their leadership in having our staff vaccinated. I just am really proud of our city and the dedication to safety, especially right now when we see other states increasing their COVIDs by 100%. So be careful around this time of the year and have a really happy holiday. So, and I probably won't see everybody till after all the holidays. So happy all the holidays. Thanks.
Great. Councilor Sacco.
Thank you. I wanted to give a shout out to our Charleston High School football team, and wanted to make sure everybody out there listening knows that on Friday at 12 p.m. Our football team will be playing against West Lynn in the semifinals at Hillsborough Stadium. So congratulations to those kids, young adults. And I also just wanted to say happy holidays to everybody. And in the spirit of thankfulness and gratitude, I just wanted to say how grateful I am to serve our community and be a part of this council with all of you.
Terrific. Thank you. Anyone else? All right. Well, everyone, please have a very happy Thanksgiving. And I know we'll see most of us here before the full holidays kick in next month. And again, please, if you're out there shopping, again, remember about Small Business Saturday and Giving Tuesday next week. With that, go ahead and conclude. Oh, actually, I guess we're supposed to vote on it. Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting tonight?
So moved.
Yeah.
All right, I have a motion second to go ahead and adjourn the meeting for this evening. All those in favor, just raise your hand, say aye. Aye. Anyone against that? Doesn't look like it. All right. Everyone have a good evening. Take care. Happy holidays and happy Thanksgiving.